So, just a small recap of what we have done so far on Shunyata. Number one is that we have removed the uh, sanya of the forest, and now we have made it only earth, like mud. Just like if you were to go on a uh, what's that? Google Earth, and then you can see just shades of some streams and land. No particular land or no particular thing as it is, right? So that's what we have done so far. Okay. And now we'll go deeper into what else can be done. So we have done this. How do we do the remaining ones? Meaning, how do I empty? If I emptied this much, what else that can be emptied? Okay. So the third segment, if I were to look at it, is that I have now removed the mud thing, and I see only the oneness. Okay. Oneness with what? Is with Akash. Now, how do you create this in the mind? It's all mind creation. Mano Pubbangama Dhamma. Okay, so some people find it very difficult to even fathom that something is there like this. Now, this is because they are not able to do the shunyata part correctly. Meaning, when you are supposed to be in wilderness, aranya, you're not been able to do that at all. So it becomes an imagination. So let me cover up on what do we mean by manasikara and what do we mean by vikalpa. There's a difference. Vikalpa means to imagine. Now, some people ask me this question. But Buddha doesn't agree with imagination. No, there's no imagination. But isn't this earth being there an imagination? No, it's a change of perception. Imagination is you keep the perception same, but you imagine something that is not there. Example. Now, while I'm sitting here, I start imagining being in San Francisco. But my mind is residing here. The Manasikara is in Bangalore, but I can just think about getting to San Francisco. Whereas Manasikara is you are in San Francisco. Okay. It's not an imagination. It's a very subtle thing, but you should know how is imagination and how is Manasikara. So basically, you should know how to empty something to fill something. If you don't know how to empty something, basically you can't fill up anything now because it is already occupied space. Now, what does that mean? Is this way. Consciousness can take one thing at a time. So if we have something to do with family, let's say, and that has taken over, meaning I'm attending to family. Now, I can imagine something. That's an imagination. Vikalpa. So be clear that you are not doing vikalpa. Now, this question comes, can this be done by a sotapanna? 99% of the time, no. This one requires real good experience of jhana. Otherwise, not possible. So the reason why I am stressing so much on jhana for everyone is that this is exactly what you need to do, is to do shunyata. In the end, you have to let go of jhana as well, and then let go of everything. Sabbu patinisakko. Craving on jhana also should go away. Tanhakhayo, virago. You have to come out of jhana. Nirodho, nibbana. So then that's the ending of all asavas. So let me be very honest and clear. Kamasava has to go. For Kamasava has to go, one has to be in jhana. By reading some books, by intellectualizing it.
What happened? Are you using anything exciting?
Yeah, I'm chatting.
I can see a beautiful smile on your face. And I think that is also a perception, right?
Yes. Not quite mindful of that. Mindful, but
After you went, Ari was having a beautiful smile on his face. I was asking, is that also a perception?
Yeah,
yeah, I told a joke that I was. That's why I was laughing.
it's good. So basically, what we are looking at is vikalpa shouldn't. There's no imagination in the Dhamma, but there is mansika. Mansikara means you are there, not an imagination. So one needs to experiment and try. And that's the reason I keep on pressing everyone to be in jhana. If you are not in jhana, you can't at all. No amount of intellectualization is going to help at all. That's not possible. So we need to invest ourselves in jhana. And when you have done the first, second, third, and fourth jhana, at least whatever, call it anariya, ariya, whatever language you want, doesn't matter, but you have established. Now you can do what Buddha can do that. That's pretty easy, not at all difficult, but you should do. Now, if we have doubts why jhana, where it is, what it is, it's there in all the sutta, like I was telling Venugopal yesterday. It's there. Now, if you pick up something, some source, and then you say, no, 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 the person who went into jhana went into hell realm, fair, or an animal realm, fair. That's acceptable. That's fine. But that person went there and he got stuck there, or he got he couldn't do this, what Buddha is saying. But have you seen any sutta which says that no jhana should be done? Have you ever seen? In fact, all suttas talk about jhana. Or rather, Buddha Dhamma is the only Dhamma which talks about jhana, if you have not known. You look at Aganya Sutta, from every given sutta, he talks about. And what is Samma Samadhi, by the way? How are you excluding that? He should have then said there's no jhana at all. So he sees the first jhana, second, third, and fourth. So why Samma Samadhi has jhana? If jhana itself shouldn't be done, then what is Samma Samadhi then? Sila Samadhi Panya. So you're basically saying that you don't require jhana. That means you don't want Samadhi and you want from Sila to Panya. It's impossible. 3 steps. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Yes, Bobby.
Avilash, yesterday when you were having this discussion, I couldn't talk. So maybe this jhana, what is the confusion is that in Buddha's teaching, when you say jhana, it is, I think even Samma Samadhi, what I understood that it is Samma Samadhi, this insight or the Vipassana also is included in that. No, it is not a
Yes,
separate.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, it's included. You can't do only Samatha. You
yeah,
can't do just Vipassana. That's not
yeah.
possible.
So when it is combined with insight, so then I think that there is that separation is not there, right?
Like Buddha talks many times in many suttas, samatha vipassana. He never says just vipassana. He never says only samatha. Okay. And in fact, if that is not true, then the anenja itself shouldn't be a thing. It's an abhisankara. But he says you should do it. But then there is a defect. In all jhanas, there is a defect. It will fade away. That's correct. So the person gets attached to jhana because he wants it again and again. Just like he was craving for sensuality, now he's craving for jhana. Agreed. But he should first enjoy the jhana to let go of sensuality. You think just by imagining a person will lose sensuality?
No.
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 He's just
But,
imagining it.
yeah. So when we are doing this jhana, like combined with insight with vipassana, this danger of what I think Venu ji was saying yesterday, that that will not be there, right? Because that he will not go down, because he has that wisdom.
Right. In fact, the very thing what you're working today in Australian Dhamma group is samatha.
Yeah,
Then why are
but
you doing it?
no, why I feel that it is different is that many of the people, as you always says, in which come as the students or whatever it is, they have attended a lot of vipassana course and everything, so and sufficient knowledge in. So you also encourage everybody to be at least a sotamanna or a basic level of understanding. So that means they have already have some kind of insight vipassana. So when they have that wisdom, that attaching even that samadha, what everybody is practicing to that level, they know that this is changing. No, it is actually that insight is also working. In my personal case, that's how when we do this samadhi also, that background knowledge of or whatever even the samadha is also changing from one. So that insight is there, I think. So that's why maybe
Samatha will not change. No, Bobby. Samatha will not change.
no,
What
not
will
samatha, not samatha. The how you enter into different
yes.
states of samatha. Yeah.
Yes, that will change. That anyway will change. But without that, you can't let go of sensuality at all. No matter what a person thinks, I will cut it off, I will do this, I will do that. It will not work.
Yeah.
Because
That's
the senses know it. It's like, what I feel, Bobby, we all, including me included, we are striving to cut the senses. How can ever it be possible? When I say vilas, it is senses, six senses. Now it knows what to do. Can you teach eye what to do? Have anybody taught eyes what to do? No, it knows. You don't have a choice. It knows. So what knows, you can't make it know something. It knows. The only thing you can do is to transcend what it knows. I knows this, so you can make it know something else, but you can't remove the eyes. Or let you know what, I will remove the eyes. No. In fact, in Bahya Sutta, he says, Dhite dhite mattam. Then he should have said, take a sharp instrument and cut off your eyes.
so. Vilashi, the sutta you shared yesterday, that about that judgments thing. So in that itself, that two persons, Purana and Isiddhata, one of the person is. So what you're saying, I think, when you're practicing, to my understanding, when you're practicing this jhanas, you're temporarily cutting off the sensual uh, desires or sensual pleasure. But that person who was one of the person was still not a celibate person, and he's a Sagitagami, I believe.
Yes, both
So
are Sakatagami.
yeah, both are Sagitagami, but one is not a celibate. No, one
That's
is
okay. So
that's okay.
what she asked a very valid question. If both were to land there, then I don't understand what Buddha is saying. So what does he reply? Only Buddha like me or somebody like me can know it. Nobody else can know it.
Correct.
Right? So now we can't argue over it. Like what Venugopal was arguing yesterday. It makes no sense. It makes a nonsense of a sense. That's because you will not get anywhere. I can keep on arguing. I'll not do jhana because that person went to the 8th jhana and he became a dog. Fair. You know how long is 8th jhana? And then it becomes a dog, right? Then we will see that.
Yeah.
So it's like, somebody saying that, like, I am in Brisbane, for example, and I got my passport. Sorry, I've got my PR to stay in Australia. And after a while, I get my passport changed. I'm now a citizen of Australia. First, I should become that in order to see there is no point in changing passport. What I'm doing is I'm arguing over it. There's no point. There's no point in having a passport of Australia. First, you become an Australian and then we'll see. No, it's temporary. You know what? Ultimately, you have to come back to this existence. Yes, that's true. But are then the people staying in Australia are like that? Are they feeling like that? Are they not feeling happy to be an Australian? All those Indians who have landed there, they are. All those Chinese who have gone into Australia, aren't they happy from being out of China and they're in Australia? They are. So why can't you first do that? Rather than giving a sermon to yourself that there's no point in doing it, first go there, first see, and then we decide. Then the mind will let go of this tiny place called as India, which is having millions and billions of people for no good reason. And then you are going there. Now it makes sense. Now I'm staying in the worst of the slum. And I'm saying there's no point in open space. Because ultimately every human being has to come here. First go there. First stay there. Stay there for even for a day, and then we'll see. So mind will not let go unless it has seen something better. So in the Niramisa Sutta also Buddha explained. First, understand it has 5 kama guna and 6 features. It has. Now you have to give it something better. So if that were not the case, like I was asking Venugopal, in that sutta, then Buddha shouldn't have used this word vimokha in sensuality. If that were not to be true, there is vimokha, and there is sukha, and there is piti, and there is equanimity also, Bobby, in that sutta, same sutta. Right? So he should have gone mad then. Buddha would have maybe somebody would have drugged him, and he has written that. But if you really see, there is. And then the same thing is there in jhanik. Go to first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. So Samma Samadhi has only 4 jhana. Then there is Niramisa Itara Sukha. What you're going to do is remove the Raga Dvesha Moha. Then that Sukha is far better than the Jhanik Sukha. Sensual. Now mind will take this because it has seen the defect jhana. It has seen the defect in kama. So when it went to jhana, the defect of kama. When it went to the Niramisa Itara Sukha, it saw the defect in jhana and hence it dropped. So it will take one to drop other. But it can't make something not at all being. Even what Buddha says, in the end, in that same sutta, Culasuññatasutta, what he says, in the end, the ayatanas are going to be there. That's the only stress at present.
Till he attains Nibbana.
Yes, that means you can't let go. all. So what you did is grasping onto the sensuality removed slowly by cultivating jhana. Then you made sure that it's grasping onto the jhana. You showed it, no, you know what, there is a fault in that. Don't stick on to that. See the danger. The danger is dukkha. You will not be able to keep it for a long time. Give it up. No point. Give it up. So it gave up. Once it gave up, the raga went away. No, the moha went away. Why? The defect is three: anicca, dukkha, anatta. You saw that. Oh, there's no point. So when the mind, the six senses know there is no point, it stops. When it stops, the six senses withdraw completely. That means there is no conscious movement at all of senses. So to that extent, the nibbana is achieved. So once the nibbana is achieved by closing off the senses, when it comes back to the senses, meaning when it starts perceiving back, it knows there is something else it had done. It knows what it does. Gives up the jhanic bliss and then enters. But whenever it wants to transact, come back to the fourth jhana. And hence Buddha calls this as best place to stay while in living. Right? So that's what it is. So in fact, Culasuññatasutta, Chula Vedala Sutta, when Dhammadina asked, when Visakha asked Dhammadina, the Noble Eightfold Path is Lokiya or Lokuttara? She says Lokiya. Why? It has a tinge of attachment. Okay. So that we need to see. So we need to achieve this in order to give up the same thing. So whether you do Chuladasa or you do something else, it's required. And then you come letting go. Then you're in real Arya. So why it is a gradual training is because first step is to understand the defect in sensuality. That itself takes time. Then you have to establish in dhyana so that you have let go of sensuality completely. So you become an anagami because the sensuality is thrown out forever. Now you have only two more things to do. One is to stay in the jhana, to let go of jhana. It's like staying on a floor and cutting the floor off. Now the fear will be there. Oh, I'm going to fall. Jhana is a place which is higher than this one. So slowly and steadily he understands the defect of jhana and he will let go one by one. It is done. And many times, Bobby, person get attached jhana because it's most pleasurable. Gets attached. There's nothing wrong in that attachment. What Buddha says, close the loop. First loop is the four nirayava, the four awful place to exist. Stop that. Jhana or no jhana doesn't matter. Even Goenka writes in his manual, in his book for teachers, which I have shared with you. He says it's required. And he should have been drunk by now, saying that it is required. It is required.
But I think, what you're saying in line with that also, everybody is saying, see, once you remove the four abayas or, then you're safe, right?
You're
So,
safe. You
yeah.
do. So
So
there are two
still
things.
after that time, we can do jhanas, more and more.
Yes, you're right. You're good in saying that. So that two safety points. First safety point is sotapan. The second safety point is anagami. These are the 2 points. Sila is sotapanna. Samadhi is anagami. Panya is arha. So now what I do is failure mode analysis I do. What will happen if I fail? in my whatever I'm doing. In the other tradition, that is non-Buddhist, we don't know what to do. We can only pray God that let me not be born in a place of existence. But other than that, I don't know what else to be done. So I pray my God, whichever God I'm believing in, and I pray, please God, please take care of me. I will not do any sins. I will do whatever you are saying. Plus, please take care of me. Ensure that I don't suffer because I don't want to see something which is I don't like. I don't want to hear something which I don't want to hear. I don't want to smell odd bad things. I don't want to taste bad things. I don't want to touch bad things. I don't want to think bad things. So please, God, please do something. But I see that I get both of them. What to do? I don't know. Basically, I don't know. Because the bad things are from a lower realm, the good things are from higher realm, and they both are mixed in human realm. Right? Basically, that's what it is. Now, if I'm in a lower realm of existence and I'm getting frustrated, angry, irritated, all of that, and I'm not getting what I want. Basically, uh, appiyehi sampayogod. That means I'm getting connected with something which I don't like. Piyehi vipayogo duk. Those things which I was so liking, no longer there. Yampichanna labati tampi duk. That whatever I like, I'm not getting. God, tell me what wrong I've done. That solution was given by the Buddha. You create condition, proper conditions so that you get it. The first proper condition, cut off the four woeful existence, bad existence, by maintaining sila. Do that works. Because you're creating condition. Create a right condition. It will work. So I weed out my garden of unwanted, and now the land is fertile to put good things. So I will choose the seed because I am the owner. Kamma, Kamma Yoni, Kamma Bandhu, like that. I'm choosing what to plant and what not to. I'm also putting sure that it looks flowering like a rose, but it has thorns. So I'll not bring anything which looks good but has a lot of thorns. I'll only put those which are truly flowering and fragrant. And Sila is the most fragrant thing. And there's a sutta for that, fragrance. And Sila is the most fragrant. I put that. Now, will my garden grow in nice looking or bad looking? It would be good looking for sure. So, when I've done that, can I now establish something better than this garden? Yes, I can. I can take the essence of the flowers and make it smell in my room. Why don't I do that? Nobody can see the flowers in the house, but they can smell the flowers. And that's what jhana is. So I transcend this flowering place into beautiful place. Feel. But wait a second, it has its own disadvantage. It comes for a long time than this, but it has a shelf life. What I do, I see anicca nature. Like if I do the first jhana, it's only for a day. It fades away. I've seen it fading away. Every time it fades away. Not one time. Fades away every time. After a day, I'm not having because it's got established second jhana. It will not go to Putujana level, but go to the second. When it go to second jhana, I feel better than the first jhana. Good one. Excellent. Now, when I get to the second one, that's what Buddha says. If somebody comes and tells me there's no pleasure in sensuality, I will not. There's a sutta for that. But if somebody says that's ultimate, I will not agree with it. Then if somebody comes and tells me that there is no pleasure in first jhana, I will not agree. But if somebody says that this is the only thing that is complete, say no. There is something better than the first jhana, the second, something better than the second jhana, third jhana. Something is better than the third jhana, fourth jhana, like that. If you really see that dissatisfaction is continuing, which is nothing but dukkha, you keep on putting effort and effort. Put that, it sticks, not for long. Now I see the danger. This Vedana, more dangerous now than the sensual. What should I do? The phassa, contact. Then what happens? Sanya Vedayita Nirodha. Because if I were to perceive any other jhana, that's going to create feeling. There is no perception. There can't be feeling. I've done what has to be done as a human being to end the suffering. Because if I was in sensuality, first jhana was better. I'm in first jhana, and jhana is better. If I'm second jhana, third jhana is better. So what is this I'm doing? I'm striving and striving and striving. Can I let go of it? Yes. The very moment you let go, it's Nibbana. You're right, Bobby. We need to do this with caution, not to get caught up. That doesn't mean that achieve it without doing. It's not. Especially for Venugopal, what he was talking to me yesterday. It's an imagination. That's it. Nothing that, I will attain panya without samadhi. It's like I'm trying to mount a tripod on a two legs. Not possible. Maybe he should be taken into a better place to make his mind understand that's not it works. Maybe he has misunderstood Buddha Dhamma. It's a tripod. You can't remove samadhi from the whole equation, making yourself a Buddha, better Buddha than the Buddha itself. You know what? I'll keep my sila and I'll go to Panya. Not possible. So we need to follow the process. Follow it correctly. Yeah, he's now in jhana. All right. Good. Good for him. And good for those people who have this confusion. I'm just naming Venugopal because he asked this question. It's good, but might be there with many people saying, you know what? We shouldn't be doing jhana because somebody became a dog and somebody became one crocodile or whatever it is. I don't want to become like that. But I am is there, right? Why are you bothered? Why are you bothered? Let it be. See, if it is a dog, so be it. But you are there and you don't want to suffer. And hence you want to find a path to liberate. Right? For that, the step has to be followed. Follow the Niramisa Sutta. Beautiful sutta. Get into the sensuality, see the piti, see the sukha, and see pick. But that's insufficient. What Buddha did, see the defect. What do? First see the piti. I had tea, piti, joy rises. Sukha arises. Bobby, you remember how Marine used to make that tea and all that at your house? It's gone, Bobby, from April, now we are in August, and then you know what? I can only remember the taste of the idli and the dosa and so many things I had at your home. It's just a dream now. It's so sad. And the time we spent together and the fun we had, it's gone, gone without a trace. And our shopping mall experiences and all of that, it's nothing. And our drives in Australia. So now what do you see? Or what do I see? I see it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The taste what I had at your home, gone. The room I was sleeping is gone. The Dhammagiri visits what we had, gone. Sajal with Sajal and you and me talking and all of that and having a nice cup of coffee in that the Saravana Bhavan is gone. And our lunch in Saravana Bhavan is gone. Why that? Myself and our good old friend Ari, Madras Cafe is gone. Madurai Cafe is gone. Okay. And we lost everything. San Francisco, Golden Gate Bridge, and this and that. And then we had twice lunch at one Roman restaurant. Good. The pizzas, what we had, gone. The riverside, gone. Pacific Ocean, gone. In fact, at your house also, we have a Pacific Ocean, same Pacific Ocean. It's gone. So, wherever we went, Sunshine Coast, gone. Maruchi River, gone. So, not worth having it. Right? Now, this is a defect I'm seeing, but that doesn't mean that doesn't exist. It comes for a pretty short time. So, why don't I now get into Chan, which is far better than this? Now I come to the Piti, first Chan. Establishing gets me Piti, second Chan. Then I'm in third Chana, Sukha. And in fourth Chana, Upekha. Then Buddha talks about Vimok, most important, Vimok. The same thing he talks about Piti, Sukha, and Upekha in sensuality. And in this Vibokha, he gives a very beautiful thing. Establishing of Sila gives you Devata state of existence. Then after death, or let go of this pain of human existence, and you get into the Deva existence. How do I do it? Upasatta. What else? I do. Don't forget Upasatta at all. So 15 days one, get into Upasatta. Exactly do what is written in Upasatta Sutta. I'll get into all of that. I think, isn't that a vimok? I'm still in sensuality. Let him be in sensuality. Not a problem. What's there? I want my future wife to be good looking. Is there a problem that I shouldn't have another wife? I don't think so. I want somebody better than Anjana, what I have. Physically also beautiful. Health wise, extremely good. And also exactly the same nature what she has. Yeah, that's my plan. What's wrong in it? I can have a better wife. How can you stop and say that no, Vilas, you shouldn't have a better wife? I'm allowed to have another wife. And why born in this kind of junkyard and maybe be born in a better place which has 10 acre, 20, 50 acre land, and then my dad is having so much money that he doesn't know what to do. He donates everything to me and says, my dear son, it's all for you. I will give you one summer palace and winter palace and rainy palace. And then each palace is having around 100 women at your service. Then why not? I want it. Let's say, if that's my dream, pursue it, create condition for it. So, but please understand, it will go away. Now, Vilas will say, I don't think so. I want. If something is going away, then I don't. If something stays, I want. Then Buddha would say, then do the jhana, that state. Yes, I'll do. So I'll let go of sensuality. Vivicheva kamehi, vivicheva kusala dhamme, savitakka savichara. Now I am in jhana. That makes sense. Because now I don't want 100 women in one palace and 100 women in another palace, 100 women in another palace. Do what with them? And to manage 100 people. And if it is 100-acre land, maintenance, health has to be maintained. Everything has to be maintained. Not interested. It's better. Do this. And then Buddha says, hey, Vilas, you know what? You're done till here. Please understand this. This too will pass away. This also is unstable. Why don't you let go? No, Buddha, I can't. Please, God, then let go of it. So I learned to let go. What did I let go? Craving, tanha. That's it. And I see something. It's far better. I enjoy. Now I'm in Niramisa Itara. So there is piti, there is sukha, there is upekha, there is. Now I done it. So I did the Anuloma way and Viloma way. Anuloma way is a straight way where I'm climbing one by one by one. Anuloma and Viloma way. Now I see the Patisamutpada cutting off. And sasa. And hence you can experience what it is to be an anag. Great. Anyway, thanks, Bobby, for all the questions you ask. Beautiful. And also thanks to or Venugopal, who is now in meditation, but good questions, hard hitting questions, but should know why, what sutta works and why he said it. Okay, so yeah.
Just one more thing. So you are saying that Swamisa Vimoko. So that is in that sutta Buddha says it is, I don't know, that liberation connected with the form is the liberation of the flesh. So is it that is from first to fourth jhana? Yeah, that is the liberation, right?
From that life. So he
From
has to now do that, the jhanik. You see the Niramisa. What does he say?
yeah, Niramisa, then he says it is Niramisa Vimoko is, I think, the formless jhanas.
Formless realm. Yes.
Formless jhanas, yeah, okay.
Yes. So step by step, right? Gradual training.
Yeah.
First is find out on the sensuality and then get into the first 2, 3, 4 jhanas as sensual, meaning escaping from sensual is 4 jhanas. Escaping from non-sensual, non-jhanic is 4 formless jhanas. And letting go of even the formless jhana is niramisa. So mandatorily, Bobby, you and I, or anyone sitting here, or as a human being, should attend all the 8 jhanas.
So I think Niram is Sidara Piti, Niram is Sidara Sukha, Nirama Sidara Vimukha, they are all the same, I think.
Not you think it is same,
Because
but
they are in
but
liberation, right?
yeah, but what he has done is that since he has explained piti, sukha, upekha, and vimokha in the other 2, he is copy pasting the
Yeah.
same thing.
He is very good and always Buddha's words are amazing.
Nobody can beat Buddha, I'm telling you. But you
But
should know why you're following Buddha.
yeah. Because he want to say in that systematic order, but they are already in liberation.
Always. So skipping a step in mathematics will make you fail. You better step. Don't skip the step. Just follow the steps. You are there. So for you and me and everyone, Bobby, there is no exception. I will not enter into jhana. Possible. No matter what we think we are, doesn't matter. I can agree to disagree. I can disagree to agree. It doesn't matter. What remains.
I think what Vilashi, from my experience, is that many of the people are, I can't talk about others, you know, when they are talking about jhana, maybe they don't know whether they are in jhana or, not. So once they are clear that this is the jhana factors in them, they get more confidence. So when you say you have to get into jhana, maybe they are all trying, but
Maybe I don't deny, but some people outrightly deny it, saying that no, I shouldn't be. Just like they've been injected something. No, not for me, not for me. Sorry, not for me.
yeah, I think it is because the perception that it is
Yeah,
something unachievable.
whatever it is. So why I'm stressing this so much out? So many sutta, including Culasuññatasutta, that person shouldn't have done that. Meaning Buddha shouldn't have explained Vinyan and Chaitanya. The one we are going to do next is Vinyan and Chaitanya. I'm purposely not doing it today because it requires that level of discretion that you can let go of something and get into Vinyan and Chaitanya while you have widely opened your eyes. You're not closing your eyes to get into Vinyan and Chaitanya. It's just there. It's not an imagination. It's not a vikalpa. It's just there. Just like I'm been in San Francisco, there. Or in Brisbane, I'm there. It's as simple as that. I'm there. I'm talking to Bobby, flesh and blood, at his home. It's there, 100% there, but it's actually a perception of Bobby. Yes, but it's there. It's a perception. So, Manasikara Sambhava Sabbe Dhamma made that Dhamma possible. Now I can establish and be there. Right? So, can anybody deny my existence in Brisbane in April? No. I have my passport updated. I have my boarding pass and I have my ticket.
Vilasi, there is one question about that, because when you're saying I'm in Brisbane, I know I'm in Brisbane, but many people, or including myself, understand that, when you are in jhana, sometimes you don't know whether you're in jhana, because
Can't
of
happen.
the,
Can't
no,
happen. Can't happen.
sure, because there is a levels of that
That's why
depth might be.
I'm stressing this out for the same reason. Many people have told me that they don't know which jhana they are in. I'm giving clarity. It will be like being in Brisbane or in Bangalore or in San Francisco or in wherever you are. Let's say I'm flying to Nagpur along with Kalpana, the same flight. She's taking an evening flight today. I'm flying along with her. I know I'm in Nagpur. It says Dr. B.R. Ambedkar International Airport, Nagpur. What stupid? I think I'm confused. Nagpur or not? No, it can never come. You know it is Nagpur. She will take me to hospital. She's anyway doctor. The first thing she's going to do to me after I get down is she says, Vilasji, don't worry. I think something has happened on the flight. So let me take you to the hospital and see why you are perceiving it wrong. That Nagpur and you're not able to see. So what she does, she takes her to the colleague and she says that, you know what, our teacher, I don't know what happened in the flight. He was talking a lot. I told him, don't talk a lot when you're on the flight. He didn't listen. He gave him so much dhamma that he hit him back. And then when he got down, our teacher is saying, I don't know where I am. I'm in Nagpur. I thought I'm in Kanpur, but landed in Nagpur. How do I know I'm in Nagpur? Tell me some feature, something that says Nagpur. Sir, see, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar International Airport, Nagpur. But I don't believe this is Nagpur. I think I'm imagining Nagpur. She doesn't know. She is a student. she can't hit the teacher because then it'll block her journey. Or she does. She will take me to the hospital. And that doctor will say, I think we'll take him to a mental asylum because we need to get it corrected. Maybe something would have happened.
Well, so Vilashi, then I think I should say one more thing then. See now, jhana factors in the first jhana is pidi sukha, vidakka vichara, pidi sukha, ekagata. So, and then it goes into pidi, sukha and equanimity. So many times, I personally experience these factors in my meditation. So now we have encountered many teachers, and since Buddha is not here, explanation of all these things can cause some confusion in people. So now sometimes you say it lasts for 7 days or 1 month. So these factors now we say it is in this airport, this B.R. Ambedkar thing is there, so you know that it is there, that place. Now this Pidi Sukha Ekagita is there, you have seen it. So now you have seen many times, but it is not as profound as you're saying for maybe 7 days or 1 month or 6 months, all these things. So maybe others might say that or in the suttas I've never seen anywhere it is written this
I
many
know
days.
it's not
Yeah.
there. See, what Buddha has done, he's a very intelligent guy. Have you seen all the suttas with the illustration what he gives? Beautiful illustration. He talks about lily blooming, and then you are in inside that lake and thing. As long as you sit there, that feeling is going to be there. Right? So if you are not able to establish jhana properly, that means your vitakka vichara has not happened properly. It will not work. Let's say, take an example. Good question. I sit for 1 hour meditation. How much bliss I will get? Till the time I'm sitting in meditation. That's it, over. Because I have distracted. What if I were to establish this uninjured, unshakingness from time I wake up to the time I go to bed? I am in the breath. It's uninjured, unshakable. There's no shaking of the chitta. Chittam yasya na kampati. Now it is not shaking. So now what happens? I'm watching of the breath. Whether you call it as peripheral awareness or just awareness, now whenever I'm on the breath awareness, at the periphery, I'm seeing all the things happening, but I'm not getting carried away by that because breath has taken over all other things. You think I can't be in first jhana? I am in first jhana. I can be for some time while sitting meditation in the morning and sitting meditation while in the evening. Where? So how much piti will I get to that extent? Get maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. How much sukha will I get? 5, 10 minutes. How much upeka will I get? 1 or 2 minutes. After that, it's business as usual. So the whole of 14, 16 hours or 16 hours, if I'm doing 2 hours here, 16 hours is all junk. Only 2 hours I'm meditating as formal meditation. Will it work?
No, if it is, sorry,
Yeah.
if that 1 hour or 2 hours we are sitting morning and evening, maybe so many people are just going as students and everything, right? So that time, this PT, Sukha, Ekagita, those factors are
Will be
very
there.
profound.
Are
Yeah,
there. Are there.
and the other times also it is not that young. So for personally, it is not that some peripheral awareness of other things. With the breath. Definitely with some. This is there, but these factors are not very profound like when we are sitting.
Because the thing is like this, in sitting, you don't have any other distraction.
Hmm.
So it seems like you are getting piti and sukha in sitting meditation. But when you learn Iriyapappa, right, the 4 posture, you will see you can do it,
Yeah.
right? So we have to learn that, do it, and then see, yes, it works. See, it's no good without trying. right?
No, personally, like I'm hearing for you every day, right? I'm trying. So it is not that okay.
I'm not saying you're not
This
trying.
is you are saying that repeatedly every day. So once I come here and listen to you, definitely I go back and try. And even now I'm trying.
Yes.
So it is.
Now,
Yeah,
one other thing you should do, which I was telling in the morning, do this. Be in it. Don't do it. Can get this out, you're done. Be in it. Jhana is being in it, not doing something.
yeah,
Can I do jhana? No. You are in jhana rather than you do jhana. It's not
yeah.
a food to eat. No. You are relaxing the mind in a way that it doesn't get distracted in it. Like, I want to watch the breath. It's an English or a language way of saying you are in the breath.
Let me say that more clear, like a little more clearly. Now I am listening to your talks, right? And your sound is there. I'm seeing your images, and I'm seeing other Ariyu and every, Venugopal and Mrityunjay also.
Yes.
So in that time also, like my attention is mainly on what you are talking and these images and everything, and then this breath and okay, it might be there. Other things are in the peripheral awareness, so
Right.
it is there. So this time it is if after this is there, awareness is there. So are we in because other times when you meditate and close your like or not close your eyes or even open eyes, there is no much other things. Like now we are not talking when a formal sitting meditation is being done. So you mean in this time when I'm talking to you or I'm seeing your images, that time also, um, I think I'm trying to be the same awareness because I'm talking and I'm trying to see you also. But that in my bodily feeling is not so profound.
Good question. Very nice question. Appreciate it. I love you a lot. Okay, anyway, let me
Thank
uh,
you. Thank you, guys.
let me answer you. It's like this. Periphery means what? Background. Foreground, you are seeing me. So the breath goes clear. When breath goes to the background, other things can also get caught up. So we can't see them. Right. And in the same way, we can't see the body sense as well. Because the person is completely absorbed. Called absorption. So we are absorbed. That is samadhi. In the person's speech. So what happens? Breath stops. We have observed. It stops.
No, we are not observing that. I'm listening to you now.
I know that. What I'm saying, if you were to observe, if you were to create that sati or awareness.
That you told before, like while you're eating and talking, you
No, no,
can't,
no.
the breath
Even when you're listening to someone intensely,
the breath stops.
the
Yeah.
breath stops. Yeah, you, anyone have to develop this ability to see like a third party, sakshi or a witness. It is called because pajanati or manasikara, yoniso manasika. Will see that physiologically as well as psychologically, it changes. In a way, it disconnects. So when I am listening to you intensely, Bobby, breath is completely occupied with what you're talking. So I'm just stilled for that moment. So I listen intensely. That's the reason what people say, what it is. You should be a good listener. What it means. You're completely in that person's talk. You're not,
So so
yes.
when I'm listening to you completely, that's what I usually do. Am I in, yeah, because that my
Yeah, you
object
are.
is, yeah.
Otherwise you can't listen.
Yeah. So then, in that case, that bodily feeling, anyway, I'm not observing, belly breath also. So where is that that factors? How it was? See now, my object of
Okay,
concentration.
let me explain.
Let me complete that question.
Yes.
So now it's interesting. So now, when I'm talking to you, your sound is my attention, right? I'm listening. So my bodily feelings are not. I'm not observing it anyway. It should be there, but where is the factors? Piti, Vichara, Vidaka, Piti, Sukha, Ekagrita. Those factors are how it works in based on a sound.
My dear son, Vitaka Vichara, you have decided to watch me or not?
Yes,
That is Vitaka Vichara. Yes or no? Agree?
sure. It a continuity is there. Yeah.
Continuity is there. What is Piti? Are you feeling joyful or you're feeling totally, I don't want to listen to him?
So that joy is feeling in the mind or body. I'm just asking you, Vidashi.
It's
That joy is in. Eh?
everything in the Buddha Dhamma is mind.
Okay. No, so with the connected with the sound.
Wait for a second. True sound. The mind, when we say mind, there are how many minds are there?
6.
So don't forget that. 6 mind. So from these auditory, the remaining 5 conscious have got together. So you intensely listen. So what happened to the piti sukha? It turned itself into ekagat. Didn't you completely concentrated or observed or not?
Yes.
Now when you do that, the body feeling is gone. Yes or no?
Yes.
And now, do you have an eye feeling? E-Y-E, eye feeling? Do you have a ear feeling? Do you have a tongue feeling? Body feeling, I just now spoke.
But now it is switching between eye feeling and sound feeling because I'm seeing you also.
If you are seeing, then you are not hearing. If you are hearing, you are not seeing.
Yeah. No, I understand what you are saying. I understood. It is. I also reflected on it. So it is connected with the sound and the sight. Now maybe switching between.
When you are absorbed completely, like, Bobby, just look at this. You like orchestra. Example, you go to the orchestra. You are not seeing them doing. You are seeing, but there's no seeing. Intensely hearing, it's going in your pores. And hence there is joy.
Yes.
And the sukha. What a symphony. It's amazing. And even if you were to talk to yourself, you say, that is a disturbance to me. Me enjoy. Oh, symphony. I can't. And I'm totally in that. For the next 2 hours, that symphony takes me over. Right? And then it done. You don't know what to do. You're looking like done. Oh, you have to go now. Yes. Okay, give me 2 minutes. So nice. So then nobody's clapping. You are clapping because you're so intense in that. And a friend sitting next to you ask, how was that violin person? I didn't see him. He was sitting in front of you. No, friend, I didn't see. You see the drummer? I didn't see. Because his eyes are open, but he is not there in that. That he was here. Now, for a second, you see this guy violin, you will miss the beats. You are so looking at his rubbing this, sound is gone.
But Virasi, now I'm hearing your Dhamma discourse, right? It is so beautiful, and I always enjoy it. So now when I see that I'm only listening to your sound, I also do that a couple of days when I'm working, right? So, but I feel while seeing you and this is more interesting than just listening. So that means only the sound sense door is when it is working.
First,
So
please
now when you explain that, your facial expressions, the way you are saying, all this also catches my attention, not just the sound.
please, for that reason, I request you to again revisit which one? This Mahatanha Sankha, 6 fire. Please understand the log of wood and the fire. Little bit is there, that is sufficient. So when you have not really heard everything, a little bit of hearing, a little bit of seeing, a little bit of smelling, a little bit of tasting, a little bit of touching, little bit of thinking will give you an overall experience, but not an exact experience. You can stitch it. That's what Vijnana will do. That you remember, there are 6 people who come and tell the Buddha about seamstress and all that. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Sutta?
that stitching thing you
Stitching,
said.
yes. That's what
Yeah.
consciousness will do, or the craving will do.
Yeah.
Craving will stitch it.
So Vilas, another thing is now when the Vijnana does that switching, that also can be considered as a vipassana, right? It is inside, it's changing, right? From
Sir, then you are Arhat. Please send me your legs.
no, Vilas, I'm just trying to understand.
If you were to see that Vijnana, Bobby, I am
No,
your
no, no, no,
follower.
no,
Please,
not in a
Bobby.
not in a second voice, not in a millisecond voice.
No,
In a few,
no, it
yeah.
doesn't work. It doesn't work. None of
Okay.
us have an ability. See the stitching, the conscious,
Yeah.
except for the Buddha, Samma Sambuddha. Even a Arhat cannot. He can't get to see how the chitta appeared here, added another chitta to that to make one length, and another, and another, and another. At least I don't have ability, Bobby. As you know, I'm a Sakha with Anagami. That's it, Bobby.
Shashi, I asked this all the questions. You answered it very well. But what I'm saying is that I just answered for my benefit. Sorry, ask
No,
questions for
I
my benefit.
appreciate.
No, no. Let me complete. And also, I thought it will be beneficial for everyone.
No, it's
So
good.
yeah.
I'm not ragging you. I'm just
No, no,
saying.
no. I know that you know. I'm just making it clear. And I
No,
also reflected in this way. Yeah.
yeah, it's good. Because if you are able to see this, Bobby, you done it. I
No,
will,
no, no. I'm not
on
done.
my expense, I will fly to Brisbane tomorrow morning. Let it be 10 lakh Indian rupees. Money doesn't matter to me because I want an arhat to ask him, how did you cross the river of samsara? That's all. If you say you are, I get to see that you are. That's it. I'm stopping everything today, and I'm just
That's
jumping tomorrow morning.
That's the reason I'm scared to talk to you because I don't even accept your basic qualification is Sotapanna, is it?
It can be. I don't care. You've done it. I will fly Qantas tomorrow
I'm not
morning.
even confident about that. That's what I'm saying.
That's
So
okay.
how I can,
You know what? I'm going to book the 5:45 flight in the evening to Sydney and to Brisbane tomorrow. Let it be 10 lakh. Let it be 1 crore rupees. I don't mind taking loan and flying and meeting that Arhat. That's for sure. I have only one single question. I've done till here. This is the stop. How did you jump from here there? Because I am stuck in that
but Vilas,
steps.
sorry to interrupt. Even that statement what you are making is that that there some Marahans might be there, right? So you might also heard about some Marahans in some places, no?
I need to see myself.
No, what I mean is, if you say if I hear from someone that they're anahan, they would
I
take it is
should be
not.
satisfied on
Yeah.
the steps. Viddhaya, Viragaya, Nirodhaya, Upasamanya, Sambodhana. I need to see the 7 steps in that person. And I see that person, I know he has done the 7 step, like what I did with Shaniel. I just saw in his eyes and then I thought, okay, he's still here. I will be able to see that. He has moved
No, but
beyond
you
me.
think some in Sri Lanka or Thailand or even in India, all these people,
No,
no?
I don't. At
You don't
least
know.
I don't see it.
You don't know. Okay.
On the videos also, I don't see it.
Maybe the language issues. What is that?
Forget the language,
Meenakshi
Bobby.
Bhatt.
Bobby, if they're talking in Thai language, do you think that is going to trouble me or whatever? Their eyes is what I want. I require their eyes, not their speech. Eyes. Takes me hardly 5 minutes penetration into their eyes to see where they are. And that's it. I will know he has gone beyond me and I am his disciple the very next moment. Because I know only 2 steps I need to do, not more, but I'm stuck. And that's it. If I do those 2 steps, done. I can re-verify it in whichever way, in forward and backward. I'm not done it. I know I'm not done it. So something like that.
Yeah, may you find an arahant so that he can help you.
Or I myself become an arhat, that is a separate issue. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I don't want to take lying down or just saying that, I think he's an arhat. What do you mean, I think? Is there or not there? 0 or 1? Nothing like I think. No thinking. I think he's an arhat. I might be thinking he's an idiot also. That doesn't make any sense. If he's an arhat, he is an arhat. If he's a sakadagami, he is a sakadagami. If he's an anagami, he is an anagami. Nothing to stop him from not being an anagami, an arahat, or whatever it is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned yesterday also in the sutta you shared, it says the anagami cannot assess 100% about anagami. But I guess you can at least think he's a sakadagami.
I
And
can do that.
if he promised he's done all, then you can trust him because you know he's higher.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that's the reason I can't know he's an arhat, but I can know he has gone above me. And that is sufficient for me, because if he's gone above me, then I can learn something from him. I don't care if it's an arhat or not an arhat. Eyes penetration. When he penetrates my eye with his eyes, I can know. Like the time we met Dhammasiha, Bobby, I was looking at his eyes, and he's also looking at my eyes. Do you see the same thing with the Sri Lankan monk whom we met? He was evading. Why? Why was he evading? I asked him a sensible question. Why don't you teach them 5 aggregates? He should have. So that's all it shows. Shoot him down. That's it. I don't have any time to do anything else. Take a gun, out.
I'm breaking the pace of month.
Not in that way, but then what to do? I see. We don't have time to sit and relax and bask in the sun. We're going to end the journey. So don't waste time. Simple. I would say don't waste your time with my time. Right? Yes, sir. You.
Yeah, slight deviation question. Because previously, I remember one time you said that until anagami, someone cannot really see the chitta.
Yes,
Right? So
absolutely. Absolutely.
even
That
at anagami, the seeing is not complete. It's not as
no, it
clarity
is
as
not. It is not. It will be
Yeah.
having a tinge, so he can see clearly. So leaving out these joke things, like he can see clearly, but he can't make an assessment. Is an arhat, but he will know he has crossed this.
No, sorry. I mean you say the stitching cannot be seen, so that means the clarity is not high.
Not there. Not there. Even an arhat doesn't have so much of clarity. So it's good to be an Samma Sambuddha. And that's the reason Mahayanists believe, which is in one way true, that you as an arhat is the rebirth. They don't consider arhat as the end state. They say that, you should, he's going to become a Samma Sambuddha, going to come back as Samma Sambuddha. So once he becomes a Buddha, then only it starts, not before. So that's the difference between the Theravada doctrine and Mahayana doctrine, that an arhat is not an end result of it. It's just another state of existence. Then they become Samma Sambuddha. They come back to this world again, become a Samma Sambuddha. And then only the journey. Why? This teaching of consciousness. Sorry. Only a Samma Sambuddha can see it. And that's why the reason I sent you that sutta of judgment. Because he's also a Sakadagami. He's a Sakadagami. I am not able to see how on the earth can I understand. This guy is a celibate, same place. This guy is a non-celibate, same place. Like Sarakani, he drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks and listens to the Buddha for one circle. Dead. The next moment is a Sotapanna. And the entire town people are saying these days Sotapanna is very easy. Anybody can become Sotapanna. The very next sutta, Dutiya Sarakani Sutta, talks about it, which I've sent it to our friend Bobby. If Sal tree could become Sotapanna, why can't Sarakani? Right? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, seeing others definitely would be way harder, but I'm guessing seeing oneself, there you talk about the sutta saying the tanha sineho, right? This is a stitching, but that can be seen by arhat because seeing
Tanha,
the
you can see he's talking about Vijnana, consciousness, teaching. It's so fast it joins things. Like he's seeing me and hearing, that is stitching. It has stitched it. But actually what's happening? Only hearing or he's seeing, not doing both. But in the stitching, it just stitches it. It just makes it. I'm hearing and it's seeing. Yes, go ahead.
Vilas, in that case, now we are listening to your Dhamma discourse every day. So, seeing and listening to you is an obstacle to our jhana practice, right?
Not hearing with anyone, you're doing that. It's like that. So you can't remove it. That's the reason you require Samma Sambuddha state. So the reason why Sumedha did not accept to Dipankar Buddha, saying to him that you have an ability to become an arhat, just ask, tell me one thing. When will I become a Samma? Do I have that ability to? Because Sumedha knew what he's come to the end of it, jumping river, like what I am today. I have 2 steps behind and I'm not knowing how to do it. So I require a Buddha or an Arhat. Tell me what next to be done. Otherwise, I have to search it myself. I'm struggling. Honestly, I'm struggling. But keeping my, it's been 2 months, Bobby, with having that equanimity state, stillness state. Thing has happened. Am I an Arhat? 100% not. Not even in a dream, I can say. Not. It's been profound from June, early June or late June till today. It's been fantastic. I've never had that experience while I was in Australia. Beautiful experience.
Maybe you've done the background work in Australia.
Whatever. Now I'm going to come back to Australia. So let's hope that that works then. But then the question is, am I an Arhat? Answer is no, not at all. So, like what Sumedha did, hold on for a second, Dario. So, like what Sumedha did, he knew he's just closer. And he met Dipankar Buddha, asked him this question: can I become Samma? He said, yes, you can, but it's a long time to go. He said, I don't mind waiting it. And the Mahayana takes that view that you should be something like that. So, to answer to both of your questions, the seeing and hearing and tasting and touching, smelling together is a problem. Yes, it is. That's why the Mahatanha Sankhya Sutta talks about it's a problem. Now, what you can do, you can relieve it by becoming an arhat. How? Cut off the senses from the sense object. That's all you can do. But you can't eliminate them. The consciousness sticks together, stitches it. That one, you and I or anyone unless we are Samma Sambuddha. Cannot. Yeah, sorry, Bobby. Otherwise, you become Arhat and tell me, how did you do it? I'm your follower.
I think that will not happen anyway with Ashi. It is. I learned a lot from you and all this. Definitely, Vilasi, now this serious aspect, otherwise, I wouldn't have learned this many suttas and how the Buddha teaches. And your way of explaining is so beautiful, and the way you take questions and, all this answering and all, it is helping, I think, me a lot and everybody also, I think.
Yes, indeed. Let it be. Let's answer to our friend Ariu. Yes, Ariu, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So I was just asking, continue the question of not able to see the stitching. So because even you cannot see the process of stitching, let's say eye and ear. So then how could the statement be made clearly about, where does the confidence of saying the stitching is happening that way comes from?
You
Or
can know there is stitching, but you can't see the actual stitching. It's like this, Ariu. The two discrete events, you know what is a very fun thing, like in quantum mechanics, if you take that as two discrete things. Two discrete means two separate events seem to be one single event. You got the point? This is one frame on its own and another frame on its own, right? So they've come together just like a movie thing, right? That's the reason Buddha asked this question to these bhikkhus. Charanama Chitta, which we did yesterday, right? On the Dutiya Gaddula, Baddha Gaddula Sutta. Why? It cleanly stitches it as though it is a nice thing happening. So whatever you see and hear and taste and touch and smell and think is stitched so nicely that it seems like a running motion picture. Now, what you are asking, or what even Bobby is asking, is there a possibility, okay, to see complete discreteness, unconnectedness, while the stitching is happening? Means you take one image and you take another image and bring it closer and stitch it, which then you should go to another state of one person. Tissa, in the third Buddhist council, okay, he created Abhidhamma. And there he brings in this aspect of Javana Chitta. And then you have a Bhavanga Chitta. So this Bhavanga Chitta is a one single stream of something moving like this. On that, the color dots will appear. Like this and like this and like this. And like this and like this and like this and like this. As it connects, disconnects. At the seventh moment, it breaks. So happens Chuti, cut. Then it reconnects. Then Chuti, reconnect. So as long as the Bhavanga is there are other states which keep on flowing on that. So can you possibly outbeat this? I might read. I can take a book of Abhidhamma, this chitta, this sobhana chitta, kiriya chitta, this chitta, that chitta with one, this other one, 121 chitta, 89 chitta, this. I've not even seen one chitta. Forget about seeing 89 chitta. No, it is there in Abhidhamma. I love Abhidhamma. I am a lover of Abhidhamma. First to become Tissa. Can you beat Tissa? No. Then why do you spend time in unnecessary thing? because that's the teaching. He's showing how these discrete chittas come together and join the flow, and that is called a chitta viti, the stream of chitta flowing. How many chittas come in a second? Billions. Yes.
So I guess this tissa is above a normal arhat, according to what previously what you were saying. The
I'm
arhat.
not saying that. What I'm saying is you should come because nobody has seen this. So we had to go to the third Buddhist council, which has happened during the reign of the Ashoka. Then we need to see how did they get there, which nobody knows. So they accept whatever is there in Abhidhamma. Okay, we don't know as yet that piece. Now, if you are an arhat, let's say, what you would see is stream of consciousness arising and passing away. Okay, that's the max you can do, because so many arhats in Buddha's dispensation couldn't see what Moggallana could see, but they were arhat. Right, they were arhat, but there's no mention of them except in the Theragata. You can see them explaining, I did this, I did that. But do they have a single sutta on themselves? How did they do it? Or what did they do? We don't have. We have only on Sariputta maximum, because he's a teacher closer to Buddha. And you have Moggallana if he's doing some psychic powers. Right? Only these two people. What happened to the huge dispensation of Buddha where we have so many arhats? Yes.
I guess, like Buddha said, I'm only teaching this many leaves. So for the sake of reaching arhat, these are, beyond what we need to know.
That's exactly. So if anyone sitting here would like to know everything, welcome to the Samma Sambuddha. I appreciate that person's patience and perseverance. Be a Samma Sambuddha. Now is the time for Parmi. Start from today for Samma Sambuddha. Because whatever Parmi you have, totally insufficient. Now start all over again today. So what do? Give up your body. That's the best dana